Hello everyone, this is 5 and welcome to the Super Imaginative Chogokin review. And today we're looking at the 2005 release by Bandai of the Super Imaginative Chogokin action figure review. And today's video is a part 1 video, and we'll be looking at the volume number 31 of the Akumaizer 3, and we'll be focusing our review on Zabitan. Now I got this straight from a toy shop near my area for 150 ringgit, which is actually not bad of pricing considering that you're paying 50 ringgit per figure. And in this 3-figure pack itself, it consists of Zabitan, Ibiru, or in the English translated form it's called Evil, and Gabura. Now the Akumaizer 3 is based on a Japanese TV series, the Super Sentai series. And to those who don't know what a Super Sentai series is about, it's actually the Japanese superhero series, similar kinds like Kamen Rider series. And for the Akumaizer 3, they actually have a key difference compared to the Kamen Rider series. For the Kamen Riders, the main characters themselves have a human form and a cyborg form. For the Akumaizer 3, they are basically, well, demonic cyborgs, which is quite interesting. They don't actually have a human form. Now for the Akumaizer 3 storyline, it's actually based on these 3 characters. Well, it started with Zabitan first, because, well, they're all demons. Zabitan is the first one who rebelled against the demon clan, because the demon clan wants to capture the humans and consume them, their blood. Zabitan don't want to, well, see the humans being harmed that way, so he rebelled against them and slowly recruited Ibiru and Gabura to join his cause. And that's basically the premises of the story itself. Now let's take a look at the front part packaging itself. You got a nice little window that showcases 3 of the figures itself. 2 of the figures, Zabitan and Ibiru, comes with 3 alternative heads. Now the figures has been equipped with the second form head, which slowly shows the transformation of the demon side. The third head shows the fully transformed demon head, and the normal heads are, well, located hidden at the back of the packaging. Gabura here doesn't have any alternative heads. Here we have 3 fencing swords, and we have Ibiru's signature weapon, the dual cannon rifle, which called the Jogan. And for Gabura, his signature weapon is located at the back there, the spike ball chain, which called the Den Ball. And he has another alternative weapon, which is a big, well, battle axe hidden behind the figure itself. Very nice. The background image shows a lot of static electrical lines, all in yellow, as you can see at the back there. Now let's take a look at the back portion of the packaging. Back portion of the packaging showcases each of the figures' different poses. Zabitan only comes with 1 weapon, the fencing sword. Ibiru comes with his signature weapon, the Jogan, plus the fencing sword itself. And Gabura here comes with 3 weapons, the fencing sword, the battle axe, and his Den Ball. Very nice. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest Zabitan. Yes, be right back. And we're back after the figure, and there is the stuff out from packaging. Now inside the packaging, Zabitan only comes with 1 weapon, 2 additional heads, and 3 additional hands. And that's all he has. So we'll take a look at his weapon. This weapon is called the Zerat Blade, which is, well, looks like a fencing sword, as you can see there. Now the entire blade is made of a clear translucent plastic, which is painted in purple, as you can see from this point to this point. And the tip of the sword itself, or the blade itself, is shaped in a triangular tip. So the top section, you have an edge there, and the bottom section, 2 separate pieces of edges popping out. Very nice. Now you'll notice the hilt is also nicely done, especially on the paint job. You got silver, gold, metallic paint job. Even the linings are all painted individually. Very nice, very detailed stuff. Now here's the interesting part. The entire handle here is actually die cast. Very nice. And Zabitan can wield this using his right hand. You can see the right hand here is made of a black plastic material. Trying to get the camera to zoom, sorry. Now you can see the entire hand is already painted entirely. Very nice, a lot of nice shading going on. I really like the details of the knuckles there, very skeletal, especially on the fingers there. Very nice. Each of the tip of the fingers looks like claws. Very nicely done. He also comes with a pair of enclosed fists, which is about the same paint job with the holding hand itself. The mold is, well, basically an enclosed fist. And finally we have a pair of open hands. You can see there. Now Zabitan comes with 3 heads. We'll take a look at the default head first. This is the default head. Now the head design is basically a mixture of an insectoid plus bat influence. Oops. You have the bat influence for the ears, like bat wings for the ears itself. Very nice. And it's actually made of a clear red translucent plastic material, but painted in dark red. The visor is made of a dark red clear translucent plastic material as well. Very nice. Got a silver paint job on the mouth guard there, a bit of dark blue going on, black. And the back portion here, the linings has been painted in dark blue, and a bit of spine for the mold here. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Side of the ears here, you have a clear translucent plastic that see through the mechanical parts of Zabitan, since he's a cyborg. So that's on the other side here. Then we have the second head, which showcase the head, the top section of the head, the forehead here, all cracked up because it's starting to lose control and start to become a demon, showing his true form. The rest of the head is still the same thing. Side of the ears here, you can see the mechanical parts by seeing the see-through translucent plastic here. The ears is actually made of a red translucent plastic material painted in dark red. And finally we have his full-on demon head. Now this is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see the details there. The rest of the head is the same, but the frontal part of the entire face is very nice. The visor is also changed, as you can see, a lot of cracks on the top, and his mouth guard has been revealed to see the fangs. Very nice. Very nice paint job. Now let's take a look at Zabitan's paint job for the entire body. Now the entire body's paint job is actually very nice. It's made of a black plastic material, but a lot of the entire body itself has been applied with paint job. Very nicely done. Of course there are some parts that's actually not painted, which we'll try to ignore that because we're going through the paint job first. The shoulder pads here is painted in a bit of gold. All the linings has been painted in blue. Very nice. The gloves, the black linings, you can see the intricate details there. No paint smudges, very little actually. I did find one paint smudge, and it's located at the inside of the shoulder here. There's a bit of paint smudge of gold there, just a little bit. But overall the entirety of the paint job is very good. There's very little amount of smudges noticeable for the entire figure, except for the shoulder part inside there. Very nice paint job. You can see the torso here is also painted in red. Now let's take a look at the figure's mold. Now the chest area here is made of a dark red clear translucent plastic, same kind of a color as the visor itself. Very nicely done. There's actually die cast parts. The glove here, the sides here, belt, and the lower legs here, those are die-cast parts, which I was quite surprised that a lot of fans didn't like the Akumaizer 3 because the lacking of die-cast parts, but for 50 ringgit this is actually not bad. Very nice mold, very interesting sculpt. You can see all the muscle tones are there, but there's also a lot of lining showing the armor parts. Very nice. What I'm more impressed is the back section of the body. As you can see the spine there, very nicely done with the spine, and the shoulder blades, very nice, very detailed stuff. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. The head, very interesting enough, the neck joint here, there are actually two joints. First, we have a ball joint with a peg, so it allows you to pivot the head a little bit downwards, straight or up, or go side to side and turn 360 degrees. The neck joint at the bottom section is actually also articulated. It's also on a ball joint, so it can go side to side a little bit, back a little bit, all the way back like this so, or all the way front down like so. And can turn only left and right because it's being hindered by the collar. Very nice articulation for the neck. Torso here can move forward a little bit and back a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Then we have a waist joint that turns 360 degrees as well. Very nice. Shoulder pads here is also articulated. It can go up, down, forward, back a little bit. Shoulders here can move all the way up this far, close this far, move forward this far, or all the way back because it's being hindered by the shoulder pads here. Upper bicep is also being hindered by this piece, so you can only move left and right this far. Now the elbow joint is quite interesting. It's on a hinge ball joint, so you can bend the hand this far, or you can go side to side, as you can see there. Very nice. Hands are on a ball joint, so you can pivot downwards, upwards, and then 360 degrees. Very nice. Now the hip joints here is quite interesting. Despite that it's being hindered by the die-cast part a little bit, you have to move the die-cast part all the way back, like so. So you can actually have him spread the legs a bit more further. So the legs can actually move forward this far or to the sides. Very nice. Then we have double jointed knee, but it doesn't bend really far. First you have the first joint here that bends this far, then you have a secondary joint here that bends a little bit, not a lot. Then we have the ankle joint here, similar like the elbow joint. You have a hinge and a ball joint, so the hinge go forward and back this far, and the ball joint can go down all the way this far or all the way up this far, side to side, then 360 degrees, as you can see here. Then we have toe articulation that move up a little bit and straight. Now overall the figure is lacking some of the signature weapons that Zabitan wield. Because Ibiru and Gabura actually has their signature weapons, I'm quite disappointed that Zabitan don't come with the Zabitan Smasher. It's a shoulder mounted cannon strapped onto his shoulders, of course, where he launches the cannons towards his enemies. I am a little bit disappointed that Zabitan don't come along with those weapons. Another flaw of this figure is that it's quite difficult to pull out the hands from the sockets itself because it's quite tight, and you have to be extra careful and not use too much force. And another problem with this figure is the weak ankles, as you can see on the hinge part, of course. It's a bit weak, but still manageable. Other than that, the figure is absolutely gorgeous. Very gorgeous indeed. A lot of details, nice die-cast parts, despite that most fans didn't like the lacking of die-cast parts. This is actually not bad. And I really like the mold or the sculpt for the figure itself, and the paint job is absolutely gorgeous. So if I'm gonna give a rating out of this, I'll say I'll give it a nice 9 out of 10 for Zabitan. Yes, 9 out of 10 for Zabitan, and I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05, and I'm signing off.